Hello and welcome to Conquest Creations. I'm Jacob, the Conquest Creator, and today we have a battle report between the Defenders of Helms Deep and Azog's Legion.
Hey there, my name's Brody. I'm really keen to come in and play this game against Jacob. I feel like I'm going to win today.
My army list is Azog's Legion, led by Azog himself on the White Warg with heavy armor and the Stone Flail. Comes in around 240 points and he is an absolute monster. I've got one warband in the army. He's just going to be leading a Troll Brute, a big stompy troll, and then a couple warriors with spear and shield, a banner, and a handful of berserkers.
My list is the Defenders of Helms Deep Legendary Legion. I've got 3 warbands. My first one is Legolas leading 5 Galadrim warriors, all of them with spears and bows. Then I've got Theoden leading a warband of 5 Rohan warriors with throwing spears and shields, and Aragorn leading another warband of 5 Rohan warriors with shields and throwing spears.
Our board today is the ruins of a city of men that has become overgrown, a fitting place for these two armies to clash. Today's scenario is Lords of Battle. The objective in this one is to get more wounds in your opponent's army than they get on yours. You also want to break them and kill their leader, so it's just a straight up fight. There's a special rule, the Time of Heroes, where each time one of your heroes kills another hero in a fight, they regain a point of might.
The scenario today is Lords of Battle, so Brody can just sit back and shoot me if he wants because there's no objectives, which means I just have to close ground as quickly as possible and try to get into those Galadrim archers before they tear me apart.
The tactic today is to use my Galadriel warriors and Legolas in their warband almost as if they were a siege weapon to try and threaten most of the board to hopefully allow me access to kind of push my way through with Aragorn and Theoden and encourage a lot of those stronger guys to come into the line of my archers.
Good luck to Brody. He needs it, but whatever he gets isn't going to be enough.
I feel like Jacob is going down today.
So to start this game, we roll off to see who's going to deploy first. Over to 5 to Brody's 4. So that's me. I'm going to be taking this side of the board, and I'll put down my one warband, which is my whole army.
So I'm deploying my one warband just pretty much dead center, and I've got Azog and the Troll Brute in the front row because who else should go in the front row, right?
My hope is to place most of my archers over in this line here so that I have a direct line of sight to anybody that tries to countercharge me. Because we don't hold any objectives in this game or score points for holding any objectives, my aim is just to hang back for as much as possible with my archers and then bottleneck the rest with my Rohan warriors.
And there's a big gap between my army and Brody's archers.
I'm placing Aragorn down a little bit closer towards the battlefield, just trying to get some decent advantage with my throwing weapons up here, deploying on top of terrain wherever possible. Just placing Theoden along here, same thing, so I can get some vantage points just up top on this terrain here, meaning that he'll have to try and counter me when I hold the elements of surprise.
And the board is set up, the pieces are in motion. Let's start this game. First turn priority went to Azog's Legion, so it's my move.
And we're starting out with the Troll Brute going over the crates because they're less than half his height. Straight forwards, we want to get some early kills. Now, Azog is going to come up to the terrain, but he wants to stay outside 6 inches of Aragorn so that he doesn't get charged turn 1. And then the rest of my army is just going to push up and form up into a nice line.
So, Brody, your move. Where are you going?
I am not going to be moving anything this turn.
Wow. Interesting. So that goes straight into the shooting phase.
Now I've got 6 shots scattered all across the board going just at this one troll here with throwing spears. Alright, so 2 of these have hit. In fact, 3 of these have hit.
And that's 6s to wound.
That is 2 wounds on the troll.
Ouch. And that gets Brody 2 points for the Lords of Battle.
I've now got my 5 Galadrim archers at back here who are going for the troll as well. They will be hitting on 3s. Alright, and we've got 3 that have hit. They will also be needing 6s. None of those go through. Alrighty, I'm now going to do 3 shots with Legolas aiming at that troll as well. And all 3 have hit. These will also be needing 6s. We have rolled a 5. I'm going to spend 1 point of might so I can boost that 5 up to a 6, which means the troll takes 1 wound and Legolas is down to 2 might.
So Troll has 1 wound remaining. Alright, so that was turn 1. Let's get priority for turn 2. I'm on a 4. Brody, you're on a 5. That means priority's yours. And you know what? I'm not going to call anything. That's yours. You can have it.
Yeah.
So Brody's trying to charge into my troll. He has to pass a terror check. He's passed.
I'm going to move 1 inch away and I'm going to throwing spear into the troll, hitting on a 4.
Miss.
He fails. He is in base contact, but at least that fight is now contained. I'm going to move this Rohan warrior here 6 inches down to here, so that if Azog is to try and move through this area along here, he's only going to be able to charge into this one warrior. I have moved Theoden just over to this spot here so we can fall back a little bit and another Rohan warrior into this gap. Apart from that, I'm not going to move anything else in the hopes that I can pick off a couple more things with some archery this turn.
It really looks like Theoden's just running away there, man.
Yeah, look, he's just trying to protect himself, mate. Just like the movies, he's going to go out in one last hurrah at the end.
Alright, my move.
In my move, I just want to try to put out as much damage as I possibly can. So Azog's going to charge in. Looks like he's going to go into that one there. And then my Berserker will come forward. I really, really want all these warriors to die. I'm going to have this Berserker leap over that barrel. And he gets to the other side. And then we'll take some spear supports. And everyone is just pushing forward. We're a little bit bottlenecked by this terrain, but look, that's alright. Brody's shooting isn't that scary.
Righty, so I'm going to start to take some shots with these archers along here, just aiming at this Berserker that's just jumped over the barrel here so we can shoot some more behind. So I'm going to do my first 2 shots here at the Berserker. Alright, 1 hits. He'll be needing a 5. He gets a 3. I'll then fire up my next 2 shots at the same person. 1 hits, needing a 5 again. And he takes a wound.
Alright, when Berserkers take wounds, on a 6+, they ignore it. And I've ignored that wound, so my Berserker is still alive.
Alrighty. I've got another shot over here with my last Galadriel warrior, requiring a 3. He rolls a 1, he does not make it. That is unfortunate. I have also got another 3 Galadriel, or 3 Rohan warriors over here, along with another 2 up top that are all going to shoot at that 1 warrior. Got 5, all needing 4s. And we have got 3 that have hits. These ones will also be needing 5s. And that is another wound.
Alright, can I get another 6? No. So Brody, can you take that Berserker out for me?
Pew.
First kill.
Quick question.
Yep.
Do I get 2 wounds?
You will get 2 wounds for that, for the score track.
I'm going to do a single shot with Legolas, just aiming at this troll brute over here, using his 1/2+ shot. He rolls a 3.
Alright.
He's going to need a 6 for this one to finally wipe out this troll.
And a 1, not
unfortunate.
good enough, so the troll still stands. And that takes us into the combat phase. Now, Azog's just fighting against 1 lone warrior of Rohan. He's not in range of Theoden if I call a heroic combat, but he could go for Aragon. The issue is Aragon's got a free point of might, so he could just strike or defense, meaning that charging into him would be useless. So I'm actually going to save my might, and I'm not going to call anything. What do you think, Brody?
Look, I kind of expected it to happen anyway. I'm happy to reserve all of my might for the next phase anyway.
Alright, well, let's get into our fights then. Alright, so the first fight is the Troll Brute fighting the Warrior of Rohan. Brody, are you going to shield in there?
I'm not going to shield. I'm hoping that I can somehow pull out a lucky roll and just wipe out this troll once and for all.
Oh no. Alright, I'm on a 4. Oh, and Brody's on a 1.
That is unfortunate.
Alright. And your 1 Warrior of Rohan has been slain.
Whew.
Our next fight is Azog going up against 1 Warrior. Are you going to shield here?
I'm also not going to shield over here.
Oh, I've won it on a 3 with Azog.
I've rolled another 1. How unfortunate.
And, unsurprisingly, I've killed you without having to double my strikes. Our last fight is a Berserker with a spear support. I've got a 5, and Brody's got a 6. I'll take a banner. Oh, of course that goes to Brody. Alright, wound me on a 5+ here. Not enough.
3.
And that takes us to priority for turn 3. And goes to Azog's Legion on a 2.
Alright, I'm going to call a heroic move with Aragon's free turn of might. Would you like to counter, Jacob?
I actually will not be countering that one with Azog, so that can go into your heroic move with Aragon.
Lovely. So, Aragon is going to charge straight into Azog.
Alright.
Is he a terror?
I do have Terror while I'm on the Wywog. So let's see your Terror test.
Aragon's going to do a courage test to charge into Azog. And he loves
Unsurprisingly,
it.
you have passed.
He's going to charge straight up into there. I'm also going to have some Rohan warriors join me in this fight to help wrap around and try to get that trap on Azog. So I'll do a courage test for this warrior just here. He likes it. You don't have
No,
Harbinger.
he has... I don't have Harbinger, but that is a 5. He's courage 3.
Oh yeah, so yeah, shit, courage. Alright. I'll do a courage test for this other warrior on the side here.
That is
He
also
also
a
doesn't
fail.
make it. And for my final one on the left here, who does like
He
it,
has made it in.
is going to come up here and join in here, just so we can get a little bit of a trap going. I'm then going to have this warrior over the top here, charge into this warrior just there. He doesn't need...
Nope, go straight in.
He's going to charge straight in. However, he is going to use his throwing spear to try and get a wound on the way in, hitting on a 4. He
And
rolls
that is a
3.
no.
So he's going to charge straight up into there.
Alright, and in my normal move, I'm going to take this Berserker to jump. Oh. So he has fallen over. And then I'm just going to get spears into these combats. I'm okay if this is a slower game. I don't need to blow Brody apart in one turn. So everyone's just going to advance forwards. Get that banner to support Azog. My troll is stuck behind my own guys, which is a little bit sad. But not a lot I can do about that at this point.
I'm going to have a lot of my Galadrim start to move up, but do it in a way that it gives me just 3 inches of movement, so I have a clear line of sight to the Troll Brute, but as well as that, it gives me access to push up in the fight phase later on. Lovely. Legolas here is just going to stay where he is for the time being. And apart from that, I'm going to have Theoden start to move up just a tad. Alrighty, and that is my move phase.
Alright, so that will go straight into your shooting.
So with my 5 shots, I'm going to fire all my Galadrim bows at this troll up top here to finally try and get him off the board. Alright, so I've hit with only one of those because they do take a -1 penalty. I'm going to need a 6 for this one. I've rolled
2
a
is
2.
not good enough.
Alrighty. I'm going to fire another 2 shots with warriors up in the top of this tower here, who will both have an in the way of the troll in the wall. They will be needing 4s. Neither of those have hit, unfortunately. Onto my final shots. I'm going to do my 1 shot with Legolas hitting on a 2+. I've rolled a 6 down here.
6, and now you need a 6 to wound me.
I've rolled a 4 to try and wound the troll. However, I am going to spend 2 points of might just so I can eliminate this troll.
Wow, so the troll is down and Legolas is out of might. So Brody, in the combat phase, do you have any heroics to declare?
Yes, I'm going to call a heroic strike with Aragon's first point of might.
And you know what that means? I am going to master of battle that heroic strike and call one for free. And the first combat was the one warrior fighting against a berserker and 3 Gundabads. He lost a fight but managed to survive impressively. That takes us to the only other fight, which is the contest of champions in there. We've got Azog fighting Aragon. And here's Azog's attacks. I'm on a 3 high.
I'm on a 6.
Alright, I'm going to do my banner. And, okay, so I'd have to spend 3 points of might to win this.
You should do it.
I'm not going to do that, so I have lost that fight and I will just back up. And do you want to strike Azog or strike the Warg?
I am going to strike the Warg to start off with. I'm
Alright.
going to do my first warrior, who will need 5s.
5's on the Warg.
He takes a wound.
That's 1 wound on the Warg.
My first attack with Aragon.
That's 2 wounds on the Warg. I'll use the Warg's fate point. And I've got a 1. Oh, it's not worth 3 points of might, so the Warg is dead.
Woo!
And 2 more attacks from Aragon onto Azog.
2 more attacks. These ones will need 6s. Neither.
No.
Alrighty.
That takes us into the next turn's priority. The current score is 9 wounds to Brody and only 2 wounds to me, so I need to change that pretty quickly. I'm on a 3, and Brody's also on a 3. So who had priority last turn? It was you, right?
No, you had it.
You called the heroic, so I've lost it. That's okay, and that goes into your movement, Brody.
Lovely. So I'm going to start off by charging this Rohan warrior into your berserker and using my throwing spear. Hitting on a 4+, I've rolled a 2, which means that I tie up just this one warrior here. I'm then going to have Azog get charged by a singular Rohan warrior.
And I no longer cause terror because I'm off the white Warg.
That's good to know. I did not know that was a thing. Alrighty, he's going to throwing spear in, hitting on a 4. He hits on a 6. He's going to need a 6? Defense 7?
That's correct, defense 7, need a 6.
He's going to need a 6 if he's going to wound. He's
Not
hit
enough.
a 2. So he's going to charge in just here, but wrap around just a tad. I'm then going to have... Actually, we're going to say he can wrap around if you exclude the
Yep.
top part of his base.
Because you can stand on those stairs.
Yeah. So he's going to wrap completely around to here. They can't reach, however, they can get to enough where I can trap here. He doesn't have any rules for like trapping or anything.
Nope, he gets trapped just like normal.
Excellent. I'm now going to have Aragon charge into Azog just up around this area here, and I'm going to have a singular warrior hang just close enough that I can trap Azog, but not close enough to actually charge him.
Nice.
I'm going to send this one warrior here just into the front line here to throwing spear into this first warrior. He hits on a 2, which doesn't do anything.
He doesn't hit on a 2.
What did I say?
He said he hits on a 2.
Oh god. He doesn't hit on a 2. Apart from that, I'm now going to have Theoden start to make his way forward just to about here. And I'm going to move all of my Galadriel warriors up just another tad so that they can start to join in.
So my move, I just want to get kills. Need to kill stuff. So we're charging in and just trying to put in as many bodies as possible to these fights. And my berserker's going to stand up and he's going to try to climb over that crate. And he does this time. He hasn't failed it, but he can't go into combat. Alright, I'm bottlenecked here, but that's okay because I've got high defense and I can punch through.
And in Brody's shooting phase, his throwing weapons from these warriors managed to take down my berserker. And now does that go into your elves?
Excellent. So I'm going to fire 2 shots into this spearman up in the back line.
Yep, so I have an in the way on the stairs there.
Yeah, these guys are going to need 4s.
Not good
Neither
enough.
of these guys hit. Legolas is going to do a singular shot at Azog himself.
Alright, needing a 6 to wound.
Hitting on 2s. He rolls
He's
6.
But
Excellent.
6 to wound.
He
Not
rolls a
good
3.
enough.
Not
Need
good
it the
enough.
other way around.
Excellent.
Alright, so that goes into combat. Now, Brody, I have priority.
Yep,
No, sorry, you have priority.
correct.
So I must declare heroic actions first. So I will be calling a heroic strike with Azog.
Alright. I will use my free turn of might to declare a heroic strike as well with Aragon.
Alright. Well, do you want to do that fight first?
Excellent.
So, our strikes, I'm fight 10, and you're fight 9. Alright, and Azog with the higher fight, here's the rolls. I'm on a 4. Aragon's on a 4, so I'm currently winning.
I'm going to spend a...
Before you spend might, I have to do my banner roll.
Excellent.
I'm on a 5.
Ooh. Alright.
Oh.
I am going to give you that one.
Alright, so I'll roll a wound. Now, what is your defense?
I am defense 6.
Alright, I'm strength 5, I get +1 to wound. I'm using the stone flail. That's 3 wounds. Now, each of those wounds becomes D3 wounds, but you do that after fate. So,
Excellent.
you need to pass all your fate here or you could be dead.
None. Aragon is going to spend 2 bits of might so that he passes 2 of those fates.
Okay, so only 1 wound goes through. D3 wounds from Azog, a 5 or 6 will kill Aragon. No, just 1, so Aragon's alive with 2 wounds, no fate. That was a big swing in my favor. In the rest of the fights, this Rohan warrior that was trapped was slain, unsurprisingly. And his comrade was also slain, but the next one won the fight and just managed to push back my 2 Gundabads. And at the end of the turn, Brody scored 9 wounds against me in total, and I've scored 8 against him in total, so it is getting close on the scoreboard. Let's roll for priority. I've won a 3, and you're on a 6. That hurts me, but I'm not going to be calling anything because I need to be conserving Azog's might. Go.
Alrighty, so I'm going to charge Aragon into this fight here, and then have Theoden wrap up to join in as well.
So, in my move phase, this Gundabad warrior is going to climb up the steps and then take a jump test to go down the other side. I've got a 3, so not good enough. Brody, would you just be able to move him? He's going to be next to Aragon. On a 6, he would have been able to peel Aragon off that fight. Unfortunately, not good enough. And I have 1 Gundabad that charged up the stairs, and everyone else is just pushing forwards into the block of fights. And in Brody's shooting, he managed to take down 1 warrior, but that was it. Goes into the fight phase.
Actually, he was up there.
That's alright. And I lost priority, so I have to declare first. I will be calling another heroic strike with Azog.
Alright. I am going to call a heroic defense with Aragon's free turn of might.
Alright.
And I will be calling a heroic strike with Theoden.
Wow. Alright. That's really interesting. So, we can get straight into that if you want to.
Excellent.
My strike gets to 10, and your strike gets not to 10. That's a big deal. So, let's go for it. I've got a 6 with Azog, so it's a
Doesn't matter
win.
what I roll.
Now, I need natural 6s to get Aragon, but I only need 4s to get Theoden. So the first strike at Theoden, that's a wound. Would you like to fate it?
I will use... In fact, I will not use a fate point.
That means it would do D3.
I will use a fate point.
That's a good call. Alright, next strike at Theoden. How many fate do you have? I think it's just the one on Theoden. So, this is D3 wounds on Theoden. A 4, 5, or 6, or 3 will kill him. No, so it's just on 1 wound. My final attack at Theoden does another wound, does D3, so that's 3 wounds. Theoden is slain.
Ooh.
So that is the leader kill. In the rest of the fights, I managed to kill this warrior of Rohan. And then my 1 berserker lost the fight. Well, he won the fight, but did not get past the defended doorway. So the final kill tally is now 12 to 11 in my favor. That goes to priority. I'm on a 6. And Brody's on a 3, so I have won that. Brody, do you want to call anything?
I'm going to call a heroic move with Aragon.
That means I will copy it for free with Azog's Master of Battle.
Alright.
So that goes to a roll-off. 1, 2, 3 goes to me. And that goes to me, so my move.
Azog's heroic move is used to charge into Aragon. Now he still has some might in his store because he got 1 back for killing Theoden. And then I'm just kind of forming up this line. He's just going to run around and go into combat because I don't want anyone to get unnecessarily trapped here. And I'm happy just grinding through Brody's troops.
Spear support, and then have a lovely spear support down there.
So that's a lot of fight 5.
And then this man here is going to drop down the 6, excellent, which means that he will also charge into here and use a throwing spear. He hits. He doesn't kill, but he does charge into this spear support, which is another peel off. This one here will also jump down. He just survives down there for the second. Legolas is going to be moving another 3 inches, just up top there.
And that can go straight into your shooting phase.
Now with Legolas, there is 1/2+ shot.
He's
He
hit.
hits, and he only needs a 5.
Needs a 6. I'm defense 6.
Oh, he doesn't have a shot. Alright, yep, needs a 6. He hits a 5.
Not good
Unfortunately, he has no more might, so that is a miss.
And in the fight phase, Azog's going to be fighting without the stone flail this turn, so he will be fight 7.
Alright, I'm going to declare a heroic fight with Aragon's turn of might, with his last remaining point of might.
So if Aragon is using a heroic strike, I will also call one completely for free with my Master of Battle.
Excellent.
Alright, well, let's start with that fight. Your fight value is 10. My fight value is also 10. So you don't have an Elven Blade because you aren't equipped with Anduril. So it's going to be an interesting 50-50. These are Azogs. I've got the 6. And you've got a 4 high. Which went down to a 2 when you re-rolled. So I've won that. I'm using Azog's Iron Master special rule. I wound on 3s. And that is 3 wounds. So Aragon has been slain. Devastating. And in the fights, my Berserker lost the fight and was pushed back. And then I managed to kill a Warrior of Rohan. Next, your Warrior of Rohan pushed back my Gundabad. And then finally, my Gundabad was slain by the elves. And at the end of the turn, I have scored 14 wounds in total and Brody has only scored 12. I need to kill 2 more to break you, and you need to kill 3 more to break me. So it's getting pretty close here at the end, but Azog is ready to rip through some elves. Let's roll for priority. I ended up on a 2 and you're on a 6, so that goes to you.
Do I want to do it?
Are you
No,
gonna
it's not
send
worth doing
Legolas in?
He's got in there. We're going to do him into there. Throwing spear.
Oh, taking down Azog, can you do it? He's hit.
This would be quite funny.
You need a 6, I
I
want it to happen.
Oh!
So Azog takes a wound. Here's my leader, so I'm going to burn a fate point on that. So that's
Ooh.
cocked dice. Oh, and he's all good. So takes a fate point off Azog.
Right.
That will, of course, get you a wound. So now it's 13 to 14, evening it up. Well done from that warrior.
With a spear support and Leggy moving his final 3.
And my move was very, very small. Just adjusted some troops around. So that goes to Brody's shooting phase.
So I'm going to do my 1/2+ shot.
Yep. You've
6.
hit, and you need a 6 here.
Nope.
2 is not good enough. Well, that'll take us into the combat phase. Azog, who has 3 points of might, because as per the scenario, you get a point of might back for every hero you kill. So we got 1 for Théoden, 1 for Aragon. He's going to call a heroic combat. Brody, will you be calling anything?
I've got no might.
You've got no might. Alright, well that starts with my heroic combat then. So let's see it from Azog. He's got a 5. Can your warrior get a 6? No. And a 4 will be enough to kill you. So take him out, and I would like you to move Azog for me into Legolas.
Lovely.
Alright. And let's do that one.
5.
Legolas gets a 5. And Azog gets a 5 as well. I will be calling 1 point of might on that. So I get that and win it on a 6. So I need 3s to wound. I've done 2 wounds. So each of these are with the stone flail, so you need to pass your fate here, otherwise you could die.
2 fate, 3 fate for Legolas.
You've got 3 on Legolas.
3. Alright, so first one.
Is a 1. Second one is a 4. Legolas passed one of his fate, so I just do 1 strike to him. This is D3 though, so on a 1 or 2, Legolas is alive. Anything above that, he's dead. 3, that means 2 wounds, so Legolas has been slain, and Azog gets a point of might back for that because of the scenario, so he's back on 3. In the rest of the fight phase, no one died. It was just a lot of pushing back, and everyone else survived, but Brody is now unfortunately broken.
Priority this turn went to Brody, but I called a heroic move with Azog, so he's just going to charge into 2 elves. And then we just want to tie up as many as possible. You know what? He's actually going to go into those 2 elves instead. And we'll tie everyone up here. And try to just clean out the rest of this elven filth.
Oh, Brody, you feeling confident
So-
right now? I'm feeling fucking over the moon.
I just said we can just do this fight phase quickly because it's going to be pretty quick and it won't matter too much. And then Brody, what just happened?
I've just rolled a reverse snake eyes and put 2 wounds onto Azog.
I botched the fight and then he copped 2 wounds. Ouch. Ouch. And we did the rest of the fights in review. We all just pushed back. Azog's alive on 1 wound, which is terrifying. 1 wound, no fate. But Brody does the game end on the roll of a 1 or 2. And
No.
3, it keeps going. Alright, we'll play one more turn. Let's see how this goes. And it's my movement here. I'm just trying to clean up the last of Brody's few troops. Azog does just have 1 wound left though. It'd be really embarrassing if he died, and 1 lucky elf could do that to him.
Up on the towers here.
Brody's courage test. First one has stayed alive. Second one has also stayed alive, so neither of them have fled the battlefield.
Alright.
Are they going to stay still?
Now, they're going to shoot because everyone
Yep,
else is
2
engaged
throwing
in
spears at
combat.
that banner.
Yep.
Let's see it.
1 hits. 3
Nothing.
does nothing.
Alright. So that'll go into the fight phase. Let's start with Azog, because we skipped him last time, and it ended up being very eventful.
Alright.
So, you've got an elf and a warrior of Rohan.
2-handing with the elf.
I got a
Doesn't
6.
matter. Damn it.
So the elf is,
No.
no. The elf, oh no. And the elf is dead on a 4. My move was pretty quick, just charging the last guy and charging the guy in the doorway. So Brody, you've got 1 courage test up on the tower to make.
Lovely. He does not pass.
Alright, so here's maybe going to be the sole
Actually-
survivor of your army.
I do, because I get +1 courage when I break as a part of my legendary legion.
Alright, so he's still there. So,
Alrighty.
do you want to do your shooting with him?
I do. He's going to go for that one little berserker dudo, just chilling
Alright.
down there.
Let's see it.
No.
He's missed. So in combat, I bet we start with Azog and a friend. So Azog's won it on a 6. And unsurprisingly has killed your warrior of Rohan. Now next we have 1 Gundabad fighting 1 warrior of Rohan in the doorway. That warrior of Rohan has held the doorway all game. Maybe until now because he's on a 1. I'm on a 2. In the way for the doorway. I hit the doorway. So Brody does the game end.
Does the game end? No, it does
No,
not.
it does not. Alright. Well, that's priority. I'm on a 5.
On
You're
a
on a
6.
6.
Lovely.
So, you've got 2 courage tests to pass.
Alrighty. For the dude up top, we've rolled a 7.
7, so he
Dude
is
on bottom.
staying there.
He is not staying there.
So he has fled the battlefield. You've got 1 model alive at the top of the tower.
That is okay. That is all I need.
Alright, so my Gundabads have just surrounded the tower, meaning that Brody has a shooting phase. I want to see him shoot Azog.
Okay,
Let's see it.
I'm gonna take 1 shot at Azog, needing 4s to hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
A 6 will kill Azog. Come on.
Oh!
Take him out.
Woo!
Oh my god, what a legend. Absolute monster.
Ugh.
Alright, does the game end? It's perfect time for it to end.
Nope.
Nope.
Game keeps going.
Alright, priority. Doesn't even matter. I got a 1, you got a 4. Do you flee the battlefield?
Do I flee the battlefield? No, I don't
No,
flee
you
the
don't.
battlefield.
Alright, have a shot at me then.
Alright, I'm gonna do a shot at your berserker.
Do
Wherever
it.
he is. Hits on a 4. Misses.
Alright.
Does the game
Does the
end?
game end?
No!
No. Priority. Do you flee the battlefield?
Oh, he flees the battlefield.
That is game. Slayer of Azog has survived. And that is game. Well done to Brody. And make sure you stay tuned because our next video, we're back in the Conquest Champions League.